It's truly an international event, bringing the brightest minds and leading market voices together on one platform to discuss and to debate the future of our industry.
The insurance sector is really poised to grow to about $62 billion by the year 2020, which really represents a CAGR growth of about 19% year on year.
New technology is transforming the way we work and is allowing the competition and new competition to do it better.
We now have a very professional, full-time chief executive, and it's a woman. Can you imagine some of those crusty Victorian people that were the peers of my age? They're probably spinning in their graves. I would love to see their faces today.
What can you do to make sure you're going to be at the end of all of this, going to be still trading and still being profitable? It's stick to the basics. It's be professional. Do what you do and do it well. Execute efficiently. And look for those innovative ideas that allow you to distinguish yourself from your competition. But I don't think the marketplace is going to offer us a free ride, I'm afraid. We have to work hard.
And many of you will have seen the plans unveiled in Dubai only a couple of weeks ago for a drone taxi service. Now, it might sound like science fiction, but this is very much, I think, science fact. Now, of course, we've also got the extraordinary high-speed Hyperloop system.
Hyperloop will look at connecting people from where they start to where they finish. And the connectivity will take in consideration current technologies and for future technologies.
Now, I had intended to ask how many people in this room do not have a smartphone. Anybody not have one of these? So there's nobody here with a life then?
I think it starts with the individual himself in order to be able to change the way that he foresees the future or he foresees himself.
The future is all about intangible. Data is the new gold to a certain degree. And the challenge there is, unless you can make these risks from becoming abstract into real, then obviously it's very difficult to be able to evaluate them quantitatively and qualitatively.
I think some of the most successful companies today in the world and in the technology field, they are not necessarily innovators, but they're second movers or they're fast imitators. So we can learn from what is being done in Europe, in the US. We can see what has been successful and what hasn't been successful, and we can replicate.
As a real challenge, if you're a big legacy company, you've been around for years, and if you're the Lloyd's market, been around for 329 years, we've got a lot of things that we do, and we have done for a long time. We've got a lot of legacy systems.
Before we deploy any new technologies or methods of engagement to them, we first test them in the wild, as it were, under our own brands. So we use the expression, we bleed so others can lead. We put our money where our mouth is. We test things in action and in practice first. Here are the two lead brands in the main market segments we operate in. In fleet telematics, we launched a product called Appy Fleet last year.
Today's insurance customers want more self-service options. They want access to information 24/7 and the ability to initiate transactions.
We've still got this higher focus on product and product push rather than the actual need. Much more focus on sales and the push rather than the actual engagement. Much more around the actual transaction rather than wanting relationships.
But unless there's a match, there's a product market fit between what it is that you're selling and what it is that people want to buy, then you're always going to be fighting against a degree of discord and inefficiency. So absolutely, I think that customer centricity and the need to be...
We are in digital Darwinism kind of a world where we are exploring. Insurance as an industry has always been a push. There was no requirement to collect data and create needs around the customers.